Hey there, folks. Mr. Guy here. Going to share with you today another video about school links, and probably one of the most tricky ones to figure out is the feature we're going to focus on today, which is called Course Planner. Course Planner is a 4-year roadmap to help get your child from ninth grade year to senior year with a diploma type. We are going to be working on this throughout the year with our kids, both through CHOMP and then in our registration appointment meetings when we start those up in January. So it is not imperative that you finish this, but a lot of students have started on this, and with parents now getting access to school links, we want to share with you this feature because it is one of the most useful, but also one of the most tricky plans to work with. So I'm going to minimize myself here so that you all can see. I'm on the Lakeside website. If you remember how to get to school links, it's down here towards the bottom under school links. You can sign in one of two ways. You can either use your student's credentials, or if they have shared with you your own registration link, you can sign on using your own credentials to get there and see what they've been working on. So down here is the login. Once you have logged in, because I have to use a fake student, it looks something similar to this, including all the to-do things that your child may or may not have showing up, depending on how far they've made it through school links. Course Planner can be found one of two ways. If they haven't started it, it's going to have this little blue thing down here that says Submit Course Plan. But since people are in a lot of different places with this, I'm going to show you really where to go. On the left side menu here under School, Course Planner is the fourth one down. And you go to Course Planner. Again, I'm on a fake student, so I'm going to recreate. You won't have this option. And I'm going to pretend like I am in Lakeside, and I'm going after an advanced studies diploma. And I'm going to create a fake plan so that I can show you all what it looks like. You'll know you're on the right page when you get a blue screen. It's going to ask you some information because, again, right now, this is starting from scratch with a fake student. Yours may look a little bit different, but a couple of the features here that you need to kind of become familiar with as you play with this program. Under Course Planner, at the top, you're going to have all these little miniature icons. Each one of these stands for a different screen. So if I hover over each one, it's going to tell me which one of these screens is which. Language arts, math, science, history, world language, health and PE, economics, freshman seminar, and electives. Your goal is to progress through all of these screens until they all turn from red to black, indicating that you've successfully created a course plan. In order to do this, I am not going to focus on the back end because the electives and freshman seminar and things like that become tricky depending on what pathway you're taking. I am going to show you how to use just the basic features, though, for the main subject areas in world language. If your child gets to this screen and they haven't really started, you need to select what school they're going to attend for high school. All the different schools are listed. It is our kind of expectation and procedure that they're going on to Albemarle. You can also pick what type of diploma they're going after. 3 options here being advanced, applied, and standard. We'll talk about what all this means in our meetings, but for right now, chances are we're registering all of your kiddos as if they're going after the advanced studies diploma. And then I can click Let's Go. I'm not going to really meet or focus too much on this screen because there's a lot here depending on whether your child is just going to do a normal high school experience or if they're going after the Scholar Studios that you all have been hearing about. So I'm going to skip this screen for now and just jump right over to English to show you what this looks like. Because I'm using a fake student that is a 7th grade student, it's also giving me the options to pick 8th grade courses, but you can see on this screen that I can pick all the way through 12th grade year what courses my child's going to take. Where students sometimes mess up on these screens is they're picking multiple classes, but realistically, you're only going to have one class each year in each of these columns because you're not going to be able to take English 9 and English 10 when you're a 9th grade student. So to pick a class, I'm going to go down here where these red boxes are, and I'm going to pick one per red box. And until I do that, this bar up here is going to stay red with these words here, requirements not met. So to do a sample course, what I can do is pick add another course. It's going to pull up the options that I have available to me in 9th grade. Now, in high school land, course numbers become important, and the suffixes at the end indicate what level a course is, because here at Lakeside, everybody just takes English. But at the high school, you can either take advanced English, indicated here by the AD, or Honors English indicated here by the HO and this little H here. For the sake of this example, I'm going to pick English 9 as if I'm starting off in advanced English. Maybe in 10th grade year, I'm going to continue on with the advanced studies. But maybe by 11th grade, I'm going to think about taking an honors level course. This can always be changed because I'm crystal balling this. You can see there's a lot of different options once they get to 11th grade, including some PVCC courses for dual enrollment and AP. The sake of this example, I'm just going to pick honors now. And I still need one more complete my 4 Englishes. I'm going to stick with either a dual enrollment or an AP or an advance. I'm going to pick AP. Let's hope that maybe by senior year, I'm ready for an AP English class. So you can see a couple of things have changed now. Up here, it says requirements met because I've picked 4 English classes, 1 per year. And you can see now down here, all of these things have stopped being red and they've gone to just normal. And up here, the English books have turned black, meaning I've successfully completed this screen. So I've now finished my English. I can go on to the next subject, which is math. Now everything's red again, and I've got to make some choices here. When a student does this, the student or the computer program is going to ask the students to make a choice of what types of classes they like to take. And there's a lot of words here. So calculus, computer science, cross-disciplinary, or statistics. I'm going to pick cross-disciplinary because I don't really know what math courses I might want to take. But I do know what course I'm in 7th grade. So a 7th grade student is either taking algebra or math 7. For our math 7 students, they're going to pick either algebra or math 8 in 8th grade. So if I need to take pre-algebra, I'm going to pick math 8. If I feel like I'm going to be ready for algebra 1 in 8th grade, I'm going to take algebra 1. For our students who are already in algebra 1, they're going to take geometry in 8th grade, or possibly algebra in 8th grade. Hard to say. So this is why we're going to sit down and do this together. For the sake of this example, I'm just going to go through a normal progression. So I'm going to start with math 8 in 8th grade. And now I'm going to look at my high school options. I can't go to algebra 2 because I've only completed pre-algebra here in 8th grade. So I'm going to pick algebra 1. In Albemarle, after algebra comes geometry. So I'm taking out geometry in 10th grade. In 11th grade, I'm going to take algebra 2. And then, now you'll notice I picked an honors level course there just for the sake of this example. But let's say I want to then take algebra 3. So I'm going to pick that. I've gone to green. Look at that. So I've got 4 math classes in high school plus my fifth class here for 8th grade math. So I've gone to green because I've met my requirements. I've got 4 math courses. The advanced diploma requires 4 English, 4 math, 4 science, and 4 history. So I've now gone to green and my little icon up here has turned black. You can repeat this through all the ones. I'm going to start to move a little bit faster because I think y'all are probably getting the hang of it. It's going to ask me my question of what I would like to take in terms of science classes. I'm going to start with earth science. So it's already pre-populated my 8th grade science. At Albemarle, they let freshmen take either biology or earth science if you're a non-scholars student. Scholar students are required to take physics, which is not going to show up here because I didn't pick a scholar studio. So I'm going to pick earth science advance. I'm going to pick biology advance. I'm going to take chemistry advance. And then for senior year, I don't really know what I'm going to want in my senior year. Maybe I'm going to want physics. I don't know. Maybe earth science, maybe ecology. There's a bunch of different ones. I'm going to pick physics because that's kind of your traditional pathway: earth science, biology, chemistry, physics. I've gone to green. I can move on to the next subject area, which is now history. Let's see here, scroll back over. In 8th grade, I'm just taking civics and economics in 8th grade. For 8th grade, or excuse me, for 9th grade at Albemarle, I'm going to take World History 1, which is the advanced level course there. And I'm going to take World History 2, which is 1500 to the present. Still going with the advanced level courses, although I could pick honors if I wanted. U.S. history comes next. I've got 3 of my 4 histories, and then I'm going to go to U.S. government. Traditional pathway through history, 2 worlds, 2 USs. I've gone to green. I'm only going to show you one more screen, and that's the world languages. It's going to ask me my optional questions here of what I want to do. I can either pick 3 years of Latin, 3 years of German, 3 years of French, 3 years of Spanish, or I could do the 2x2 option. For the Advanced Studies Diploma, it requires 2 years of 2 different languages, Spanish 1, Spanish 2, French 1, French 2 being an example, or going all the way through year 3 of any of the courses that they offer for world language, French, German, Latin, Spanish. Because going into 8th grade, I'm going to assume the best and assume that I can go through Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and Spanish 3. Here at Lakeside, students might have taken Spanish 1 in 8th grade, so let's pretend that I didn't take this course and I'm only starting world language in high school. It's filtering out the others because I picked Spanish, so I've got a little filter on here. Spanish 1, Spanish 2, and Spanish 3 will get me to the green. So I've now completed that Advanced Studies Diploma requirement. I'm going to stop the video there because after this, it starts to get a little bit trickier with the health and PE, personal finance, freshman seminar, and electives. But at this point, I've completed half of my program of studies here. Excuse me, not program of studies. Half of my roadmap, my 4-year plan. So at this point, I kind of know what I'm taking in terms of those subject areas. It will save my work and it'll allow me to edit it at any time. So if a student wants to kind of play with taking advanced classes or honors classes or change their scope, like what happens if I take Algebra 1 in 8th grade, then it changes things up. It does, like I say, get a little bit tricky to go through this because you kind of have to know the progression of classes. There is a video that we're creating about the program of studies, which is under the school course catalog here, where I can learn more about all these different courses by scrolling down. That's going to be another video though, so this one has gone on long enough. That's how you kind of play with the course planner feature of SchoolLinks. It is definitely a trial by fire and user error is to be expected, so it's okay if it needs to be cleaned up. Our goal at the end of their 8th grade year is just to have their 9th grade courses picked. But for those students who want to make a 4-year map so they can start playing with that feature, you now have seen some of the basic features on that program. Thank you much, and I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to end the recording.